welcome to Spilling the Kicks on a Wednesday. This is day 3. I'm having a few technical issues today. For a Wednesday, we have got... What? You ask what my hat is. Oh, my hat. My push-pull hat, of course. Boys from push-pull, make sure you look after them. We're looking after them. They're looking after us. Haven't got a hat on today. Need to have a bit of a nice hair. Plus, I've got a haircut. It's always good to have a haircut and a beard trim. I've got a couple of meetings this afternoon where I need to have no hat hair. But I promise, push-pull will be back on the hat tomorrow. All right, so we were going to have a female fashionista that I was calling her today, Jackie. She's not available today. So I've got someone standing in who we've done a whole lot with before, Mel. Mel always helps us out. Mel, who we did the fitness podcast with. We're going to talk fitness sneakers and what she's been doing over the last couple of weeks, where she's been in the fashion industry. Let's make sure, there she is. Let me get her to join. We're going to talk a bit of fitness shoes today. Mel likes her fitness shoes. I think she's stuck doing PT. That's all she ever does. Hey, there she is.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This doesn't look like a PT session you told me you were doing.
No, not really.
It looks a bit different. How you been?
Yeah, good. Training from home, working from home, everything from home.
It's life from home, right? Isn't it? It's life from home.
Literally.
But you're still working out. I still see you every now and then with these silly videos you do where you try to do your handstands and all that.
Yeah, always moving. I gotta keep moving, otherwise I'll go nuts.
I've got to keep moving, otherwise I won't be fitting in this screen. That's why I've got to keep moving.
Yeah, look, kilos are sort of finding their way around, hey.
How have you been? You been well?
Yeah, good. Work's busy, which is good. Can't complain.
Yeah. Hey, it's only a lockdown. It's only till what, 2022. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll just keep going. We can still buy shoes online, so we're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Shoes. Look at you. Good lead in. Thank you. How have you been with your shoes? You been buying anything lately?
I actually haven't. I've been on this isolation has been a strict saving time for me, which is good. I don't really online shop. Like, I window shop online, but as far as making a purchase, I don't get to that point, which is probably good.
I bet you're like me. You know, you go to the shopping cart, you put everything in the shopping cart, and then you just leave it.
Yeah.
Then I get those emails going, hey, you've got all these purchases. Do you want to finish? Yeah. No, that's done. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to put them in and check the list. So,
the price in the corner gets a bit high, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, that's too much. I'll just leave it here. That'll magically come, right? So, what have you been wearing? So you've been doing your workouts, right? So you do workouts, you do those sort of things. What have you been using?
Bit controversial, seeing though we're talking about sneakers, but I have been wearing no shoes lately.
Okay. This is the wrong podcast. This is not Boys from Bare Feet, lady. What the hell are you talking about?
I love my shoes, but I've been doing a lot of reading lately. Actually, one of my trainers is really into the whole no shoes.
I know. I've been there. I get it. He just needs to get a thin pair of Nikes. That'll do him.
Yeah, there we go.
Some Nike Free. There you go. Something like... No, these are too big. I was going to show you these today. I don't know if we've talked about these.
Yes.
The FLYKNITS. But these are too big. They've got a big base. You need to thin the Nike Frees. You know, I think it's 5.0. They have no base.
The old school Nike Frees.
Yes.
Old school. They are the best Nike Frees, and they don't make them the same anymore, I don't feel.
No, they don't, because they realise they were no good for your feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about okay, let's talk about bare feet. I want to know. I'm interested. So how does it go?
Like, the idea behind it is like, how do we explain it? So weights training, when you're doing a heavy lift, so deadlifts, it's always recommended to go barefoot, or that's why you see people training in a Converse, because it's got no support in your arch or anything, because you're not doing any of that high impact stuff.
Yep.
So when you're doing heavy lifting, it's actually good for your foot to be flat onto the floor, whether you've got an arch or flat feet or whatever. just to feel the floor so that you're not rocking from your heels to your toes and toes to your heels. So that's the idea behind weights training with no shoes. And then one of my trainers spoke about no shoes with your high impact training as well, which is completely bizarre.
I'm not sold here.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold either. But it has been interesting to sort of feel my foot move on the floor from a jump. Just because you're a lot more aware, like you're not wearing a shoe, so you're not like, oh, the shoe will save my foot.
Yeah, the impact would be very different, wouldn't it? Well, I suppose that's what we did in the old days, caveman style.
Yeah. So for the last, I've just seen a comment, isn't normal to ask.
That's Luke. That's Luke from New Car Concierge asking all the hard-hitting questions.
I'll pass that one to you, Paul.
Well, that's why they call it deadlift, Luke, because in the old days, they used to lift so heavy, people used to pass out. So you have to drag them off and you get a new person. But Mel is super fit. She can deadlift with the best of them. And she calls it the alive lift. How's that?
The alive lift.
The alive lift. It's the new variation on the deadlift.
Gives you life every time you lift.
So do you have a pair of shoes you want to show me? I'm enough with his bare feet. I like it. Have you got a pair of shoes you want to show me?
I do. I was going to say, barefoot's great.
Please save me. I didn't want to have to rename this. I've just got a whole new, I've got a banner and everything. I didn't want to have to change my whole banner.
No shoes. Yeah, I tell you, it is different going and walking and not putting shoes on before I train. Like, I think I like that feeling.
Yes.
I feel like it gets you ready. Like, I get my sneakers out before I train just because out to goals. But, my go-to shoe, these are extremely muddy. I took them for a walk yesterday. Jesus.
Hey, look at you, ADDIDAS all the way, eh?
Yeah. So I've gone against my own rule. I'm a Nike girl, but
I know.
I know. This is all opposite, Paul, today. All opposite.
I know. You've thrown me.
But these
what do you think? How do they walk in? Because Ulrika's got a pair of these. She doesn't like them to walk in. She finds it. No, she reckons about 45 minutes is good. Anything over about an hour, she starts to struggle with them. Gets sore in the heel and the
like at the back.
Yep.
Yeah. I quite like them just because they've been just a comfortable shoe.
Yep.
And I feel like they're probably the most multitask exercise, if that makes sense. So like, I love my Metcons. They're fantastic. Yes. But like, can't do high intensity, can't go for a walk in them. Whereas these are my, I'm in a rush. I need to grab some shoes. Definitely. I just feel like I can chuck them on no matter what.
Well, I'm going to give you a pair that I brought just recently. I was down at, when you were allowed out, I went to the Nike DFO.
Yes.
In Bandura, got a pair for $80. All right. Thought I'd have to try them. So these are really dirty because I wear them every day. These are JOYRIDES. So look.
Yes. Okay. Right. The little balls.
JOYRIDES, definitely. They take about 3 wears and then they are unbelievably good. Because what happens is it comes with a really hard... Luke is giving us so much shit today. He's doing well. He's on fire.
Another Metcon fan.
The only 2 Metcon fans in the whole of the world are on the same chat together, Luke. So what happens is the balls are really hard. They're not molded yet. So what you do is you put your foot in and it molds into your feet after a few wears. Okay. So these are amazing for walking and I love them. They're my new go-to walking pair. These are $80.
That's so good.
I know. I'm trashing them. They're so trashed, as you can see. Look, they're totally trashed.
Might have to buy a new pair.
First, if you can get them for price like that, right? And they look cool, right? It's a good-looking pair of shoes.
Yeah, they're really cool. Right.
But
I considered buying some.
Definitely. But I wouldn't buy these retail anywhere from $200 to $300, right? But yeah, get in a bargain. These ones I would wait for because they bring out different versions, and this is one of the earlier models of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love them. They're so cool. They're so comfortable. And I don't think you can see it, but on the inside, this is sort of raised.
Okay, yeah.
But that's what happens. You put your foot in it, it just molds to your foot over about 3 or 4 walks.
See, that's pretty cool.
They're really cool. And they've got 2 different versions. They've got a heel version, just the heel, Now this one's got all three, and now I think they might even have one that runs through the middle as well. So this one's only got the top and the bottom, but I think they've got one that runs all three. That's their new version. So, but you can get different sorts in there. But these are probably one of the better ones they've done recently, right? It's, what do they call it? Comforting cushioning system, and they're actually right. All right,
that's cool. They look good.
Yeah, they really, and they look good too. Like I said, $80, couldn't pass them up. So, but why I had the other ones out is I started running again in these.
Is it an ISO running?
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah, I've been running a bit recently, but sort of back to it, and I thought I'd try these. Can't do them.
No.
They're actually giving me so many feet problems. So I'm going to start running in my Joyrides again. But you know why? Because the top bit is really, the Lunar Force has it's almost like a FLYKNIT, which is what it is, one piece stuff. But the base to me has got, it's supposed to have cushioning, but I'm really struggling with it, right? You can see it gets everything caught in it.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So what, have you got anything else you want to show me? You want to talk more about ADDIDAS, why you brought ADDIDAS? I'm not happy with that, but we'll have to get past that today.
I don't know what pushed me. Maybe it's the whole isolation.
Okay. ADDIDAS is okay. I always talked about Stan Smiths on Monday. Stan Smiths are okay. The classic NMDs are good. Luke just does. Luke's not a fan because he can't clean them. All right, and they've got laces too. So Luke needs slip-on shoes. He's not happy. He's old. Can't get down. Old men can't bend down either.
No, but I will honestly, Nike hands down is still favorite shoe. Favorite shoe.
Yes,
and they just look nice.
Yeah,
they've got some really good.
Definitely they've got a resurgence at the moment with everything they're doing. Like I suppose their second sneaker, the second sneaker market is still killing it, but they're just selling it everywhere. Don't go on their website. Don't ask the boys about their website. Can't stand it when you try and get a new release. I think Luke's 0 for 40 trying to get a new release. So. But hey, look out for the Joyrides. I want you to get a pair, and I want you to tell me, and then I want you to trial them. You're going to come back on and talk about them.
All right, done. You do not have to ask me twice.
I'll help you source a pair. How's that?
Done. Sounds good.
Hey Mel, thank you for joining for me last minute. I know I bugged you about 10:30 last night. Going, Mel, I need you to come on. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to get you on here more regularly because we can talk more. This is fun.
Beautiful. Done. It's always a pleasure. Love it.
Thanks, Mel. I will speak to you really soon.
Bye.
There you are. Ciao. All right, just to recap, as we like to do, we talked about Lunar Force. I've had these for a long time. Don't like them. I struggle with running in them. Maybe I should go to something else. One I am really recommending at the moment is the Joyride. Luke, you put me onto these. Love them. This is the Joyride. They're very dirty. The Joyride system. You got the heel and the ankle and the heel support. The ball as well. Sorry, all over the place then. If you can get them at a good price, I wouldn't pay $220, $300 for them, but if I got them for, like I said, $80, I would buy these again. I should have brought 2 pair. Haven't got my hat on. I'll put them up again. Push-pull boys, look out for them. I think they've got some new stuff coming out really soon. They've got some amazing socks, amazing masks with the little face on them. So let's get some of those. We'll get some of those on here soon. We're just waiting on them. They just keep selling out. We can't get any. They're just too popular. But that's Spilling the Kicks for Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have to bring Luke back on, but hey, we'll get him on here. We'll have a chat to him. He's got some good stuff he had lately. That's everything. Someone asked early on about the Grateful Dead's size 9.5. Don't know. I love the sneaker. I'm not sure about reselling them. Don't know if that's if you brought them to resell, I'd probably get into it now. If you brought them to wear, I'd put them on and go for it. Hey, Spilling the Kicks for a Wednesday. I'll see you all tomorrow.